And then I can explain it now so that it says, within 24 hours, thousands of genes begin to transform. They activate, they reactivate. And that's what you need to help you to heal, to help you to deal with your pain, to help you to deal with the acute, and this lady, one of them is going to have hip surgery in 3 weeks. Should I wear it up to it? I said, you darn right. You wear it right up through and through it. When you're done, you put another one right on. If I would have had him, if Phil would have been kind enough to tell me about this right after my knee surgery, I would have told the nurse to put one on, my wife. I would have.
Right.
Think about the healing that would have started taking place as much faster. How about the inflammation that I had? I mean, you see the pictures, you guys, that was weak. What if I would have had the patch? What would have that done to my rehab? Guys, not that it was a traumatic injury, but what about the healing properties that this patch offers to us immediately, 24 hours later? So that's where I'm at. Maybe I get away from the mitochondrial, component and the action which creates the peptides, which activates for sure the most important peptide of them all, the copper peptide. And I use copper peptide, Phil, I want to just tell you why I do that. And I'm done then after this. I want you guys to put your insight in this. Is what do we know about copper peptides? It's made in materials. It's put into sleeves. Athletes wear them all over the world. They sew with copper materials, thread, so that it actively helps the joint. Look, all the football players that you see on the commercials during football games that are wearing these sleeves, the shoulder, the wrist, the knee, the ankle, copper is doing something to their skin. It activates cells. If that's known, and it's in women's makeup, cosmetics. I watched a commercial, I just giggled the whole time that this company was selling it because it has copper peptide as a component for their skin. Are you kidding me? Yeah. We should be able to go through all of the hiccups that people have with this, basically using copper material applications that are already being sold in the billions of dollars all over the world, and women in trillions of dollars in their makeups using copper peptide. Anyway.
Great, guys. I just, from my other cell phone, save this number. It's my phone number no one knows about, but you will. Take a look at the image I texted you. And so stem cells start forming like within the first three to 5 days after conception. And this picture really explains what stem cells then go to start forming in your body. But Dave, going back, Phil brought this up. You remember the phenomenon of the copper bracelet?
Yeah.
Right? So
yep.
This patch really unleashes the power of the copper in your body like nothing else that's ever been done. It unleashes your own copper that will help regenerate your own stem cells, and they're going to swim to the body that needs the most healing first.
Yep.
So this diagram, as I'm hearing, again, guys, this is right after conception. Within the first week, the first thing it starts doing is building the building blocks called stem cells, and these stem cells become the parts of your body.
Yep.
So that is as complicated as, guys, this is just the building blocks of your body. And when you make new ones, it goes to replace the dead ones in different parts of the body.
Or a cell that is dormant can reactivate that cell, depending on the life cycle of it. So I've had people say, well, what if the stem cells are dead? Then you know what happens? It's released through our lymphatic system that God gave us. It goes through this. It goes through. It's absorbed into the lymphatic system. It's drained out through the kidney and liver, and it comes out your poop or your urine. That's what happens. That's what happens. So, no, we don't bring dead cells to life, because people have asked me that. Well, can you bring them back? And I said, no. The lymphatic system releases them, and it's excreted through the systems that we have that God gave us. What can they do? If it's a cell that's dormant, it can reactivate that. It can re-energize that cell with photon energy, which our body uses with our heat, and that's it. And you know what? Well, what's it made of? Phil, tell me what patches are made of.
You're asking?
Yeah. Do you know what a patch is made of?
Isn't that a patent that we don't know?
It's all natural enzymes. If you look, it's on the website. Go to it. You'll see it. It tells it what it is.
Yes, yes, I know that. Yeah.
So what do they? What does it have in it?
I don't
It
know.
has all natural. There's no chemical in it. You guys, that's important because they start thinking that it could be pharmacological, and I believe that that was the hiccup. I never said this out loud. I believe that was the FDA problem with stem cell activation because they thought there was some kind of a chemical reaction, like a pharmaceutical or pharmacological agent.
Right.
And when they could, and so when he had to expose those products, there's sugars, and sugars are really good for our body, but it comes in fructose, it comes in all those things. I'm not saying I say this to people, but it has sugars in it. It has, what else does it have? Proteins. What makes up a cell? He's been able to somehow figure out how you take all those natural enzymes, put it together, bundle it in with his crystalline factor or whatever he uses to make those refractive lenses to push that energy down into our body again. That's crazy good, you guys. Nanotechnology at its best, but that's what it does. So through those mechanisms, that mechanism of action of the heat driving that up and pushing that energy back down into our bodies, that's important because it shares to the clinician and to somebody who takes a lot of medicine that it won't affect your heart medicine, Phil. It won't affect your diabetes medicine, Phil. It won't affect your blood pressure medicine, Phil. All of that because there's none of that in it. There's no transdermal, any type of medical transition that goes through the skin. And the skin, here's the best part about our skins. God gave us 3 layers of skin. You can know this, that anything that's sold over the counter, like the things you put on your skin for your back pain or whatever you did, that goes through nothing but the first 2 layers of skin. You have to get transdermal or to get pushed through into the cell, you have to get through all 3 layers. And I don't know how he figured it out, but the resistance of the deepest layer of our skin is the hardest one because it protects us. What do they call it? Burn level. 1st degree, 2nd degree, and 3rd degree burns. That has to do with this layer of skin that's affected. So when you think that through, this thing hunts like a medicine, but acts like a medicine, but doesn't have any side effect profile other than, you've already said it, you guys, got dizzy, lightheaded, just because they weren't drinking.